Alright guys, welcome to Full Spectrum Warriors. This is where we head over to the Star Citizen forums and see what's been grinding your gears, salving your fears, and drinking your tears. In this show I will be giving you some of my opinions. You can feel free to agree, disagree, or strongly disagree in the comments below. Remember and check out the links in the description if you want to buy some Star Citizen related stuff. It definitely helps keep the channel running, and if you're so inclined, you should consider joining the Discord, or even the org, Elysium Fire, where you can enjoy a relaxing multi-game loop style that's welcoming to new and experienced citizens. Let's get on with the show. First up, now eventually you do plan to have space women in your Spaceverse? 20 new hairstyles and 3 patches, basically nothing for women characters. Do we need 3 more mohawks? A bunch of similar men's style short hair and more 1980s facial hair. If players want to play as Chester A. Arthur, that is covered. This is Star Citizen, not Red Dead Redemption 2. Sure, women can sport short hairstyles, but they often aren't the same as men's hairstyles. Men can sport long hair too, so that cancels that out. In fact, many men use that certain long hairstyle to play John Wick characters in space, so women characters have to stay away from that one. Okay. Thanks for trying, but all that I ask is to add more female hairstyles. Long, straight, long braided, long ponytail, pigtail, side tail, French twist, braided crown, undercut, asymmetrical cut, pixie cut, curtain bangs, long waves, or others. Have some fun with it. That is an impressive list. We can talk about body type 1 armor in another topic. I mean, yeah, I'm all for that. I mean, I don't know about half of this. I would have just said, please can we have more hairstyles? I mean, I think it's like 1, maybe 2 guys working on that, so they have been releasing them pretty steadily, and the ones they have released are pretty cool. Definitely really cool. So yeah, my money's on they'll get round to it, basically. You have a helmet on 90% of the time, if not more. It only comes off to eat and drink. Shh, 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 shh. Listen, Star Citizen. People get up to all kinds of business, bro. And if I could have that helmet off more, I would have that helmet off more. Yes, that's all people do while alpha testing a bare bones tech demo. A full featured game is another story, and that is still the goal they are working towards. Plus I'm pretty sure it was mentioned recently on SCL that Chris hates seeing all those clothes going to waste. So they're dreaming up ways to get that armor off your back in certain scenarios and places and stuff. So yeah, more female hairstyles, more Starwear. Let's get the Starwear. Really looking forward to the Starwear. I have done some initial testing, or I've not done initial testing. My friend Tarodiak has done some initial testing, and there might still be ways to get clothing over armor in the new patch when it comes out. We'll see. We've not tested it fully. I could be talking mince here. And the way that the new inventory works might be a complete blocker. My post got me banned on Reddit because I posted an AI concept that was a hit. A pop-up tent. Hell yeah. That would be awesome. We're gonna need this. We're gonna need some deck chairs. Possibly even a mini cooler for like when fishing and hunting comes into the game. Like I know people are typing already, oh, it's no survival game. I do not care, brother. This game could be anything at this point, so I might as well just shoot for the stars. This thread has been moved to game ideas by moderation. The fight against the clankers has begun. Yeah, I like this idea, dude. I'd be up for this, totally. I mean, I would rather see like a vehicle with a bed first, but like a camper van thing. But yeah, this is cool, but we'll see. This is not going to live, right, CIG? Right? Yeah. So the PTU has been pretty heavy, I'm not gonna lie. But incrementally, each patch it has got better and better, and it's actually starting to run pretty smooth. This, however, the Starmap is killing us. It honestly hasn't been this bad for quite a long time. It is broken in every single way imaginable. Like, it's at the point where you're learning freaking constellations to navigate. So please, for the love of God, fix this before release. Yes, please, thank you. Please do not make crafting a mandatory activity. Crafting should be an optional activity, like mining, salvage, pew pew. Don't force me to do activities that I do not enjoy. Yeah, we were talking about this the other day. Now, obviously, it's the first implementation. They're just getting this out the door, so there's scope and room for practically anything you can imagine from where we stand right now. But obviously this first implementation is just gaining blueprints through missions. And also the gems that you find in loot seem to be pretty nerfed as well, which begs the question, will there be other ways to achieve these things? Now, they have said that there will be blueprints in the loot pool, and they've said blueprints will be replicated as well. So that sounds fine. But right now, finding some of those commodities, the gems and stuff, it's like they're there just to sell. So hopefully they start throwing in the random chance of you finding some high quality gems and stuff in loot boxes. And that opens up paths for other people in playing the game the way that you want to play the game. But what this person is saying, do not make crafting mandatory, is a bit of a strange one, because obviously you would assume that crafting wouldn't be mandatory. Like, if you don't want to do it, just don't do it. But say you were into PvP, and the only way to get those higher tier weapons was through crafting them. To be honest, I think that that's going to be the case. But with the way looting works right now, that seems like it's a problem. When looting changes, that might not be as much of a problem. People will be able to craft guns and sell them to you, and people will be able to drop their guns upon death for you to loot. So there's already 2 avenues that you can explore to avoid crafting in the game. And I would imagine that there will be more. I can see CIG adding high tier crafted items as mission rewards and things like that down the road. And I can also see them adding vendors for above normal ship weapons, even ships, armors, guns, things like that. If I was them, I would make sure that the economy priced those items quite high to force the player economy to do the heavy lifting there and push some interaction between players and stuff. But you're right, we should have options. Please add some other source to get the Hathor mineral. Yeah, I agree with this. I like Hathor, I love how it's set up, but even just a 1 or a fraction of a % chance of picking this up somewhere, again, just gives people options. If people would rather mine for 6 hours straight to find a tiny amount of this stuff, that should be an option. But at least it would be kind of assured. Whereas with Hathor, anything can happen. And does happen. And you could spend the whole day trying to do that and come away with nothing. And not everybody has, an org or a group of like-minded friends. They would have to team up and chat, and then what if they betray them and things like that. It's very risky. The risk to reward ratio is off a bit. Just a bit. Make it hard, but spread it out somehow. 4.7 Armor and Starter Combat Missions. CIG, I advise you to rework or at least reword your Starter Combat Missions. Some of the beginning Merc missions that pay out 30 to 50k will have the Argo Raft and the Terrapin on their baddie ship pools. That is a good point. You're not killing that in a starter ship. You have absolutely no chance of killing that these days. Starting players who bought starter ships like the Mustang or Aurora won't be able to complete these starter missions with their default loadout. Just saying, CIG, looking out for the new citizens. They'll go, what the fuck, I can't kill this dumb game, lol. Yeah, that mole is tanky as hell. Sounds like an easy fix though. Bi-weekly server maintenance reset. This is another thing we were discussing the other day. I get that they need to run the game for as long as possible to find the cracks and fix them. But that PTU, it didn't even last over the weekend. By Sunday, it was on its freaking knees and nothing worked at all. And I don't mind them pushing it now and again, but they realistically can't let live run into that level of degradation for more than a day. It's just unrealistic at this point to expect players to put up with that. Even just a Friday morning before everybody goes away for the weekend, just refresh the system, clean it up, let it run better over the weekend so people can have a good time. How about giving us breaching charges and boarding gameplay before increasing ship's doors HP? Yeah, I've seen this. This didn't really make sense to me either. I'm not against buffing doors HP, but doing it while we have no dedicated way to board a ship is a mistake, in my opinion. Yeah, why would they do that? Oh, maybe the cutting torch is coming into play. That makes sense. That's what these guys are saying here. That would be cool. Just that forced, if you want through a door in any reasonable amount of time, you need the proper tool for the job. Okay. Proper tool for the job or a butt ton of ammo. Seems like a fair trade. Yeah, go for it. We need surprises. We need mysteries. I know it's open development, I know data miners will probably ruin it anyway, I know there's a crazy in-depth lore that isn't shown in the game, but is there all the same. But there still needs to be room for the unknown, for players to speculate, to theorycraft. Add some random crazy alien looking structure to some random moon, and don't say anything about it. Just wait for that one person to have that what the fuck is this moment. Exploration in my mind was always on a system scale, not planetary like it seemed to have shifted to. But if I saw some crazy thing that people had discovered all by themselves without any explanation, you can bet I'd get real busy with just flying around planets. Other stuff too. Add a really aggressive alien predator that only spawns at the bottom of a certain cave types 5% of the time. And just wait for the moment a player is hand mining by themselves and hears the unfamiliar growling coming from the dark. I love this game and I'm really looking forward to where it's headed, but it feels too often like I know everything about it before the new patch even drops. Always waiting, never playing. We need surprises. We need that feeling of yes, I will go there because you never know what you might find. Always. Rant/suggestion over. Dude, you just exported my mind onto paper. Digital paper. The best, most intoxicating, most carried away I've ever been with games is when it involved an unsolved mystery. The Mount Chiliad in GTA 5, I was on that for years. Completely lost. Always digging. Completely forgot the main story of the game. I never even played the game. I was just looking for clues. It was the same with Raxla in Elite Dangerous. Never played the game. I've just completely stopped playing the game. I would just be sitting out in the depths of the abyss with a live spectrograph scanner, listening to the sounds of space, looking for secret freaking code or some shit. And I know that might be niche. I know that's probably just me and maybe a limited number of other people. But this guy's right. That sense of the unknown really drives exploration. And so far in Star Citizen, it's like basic building blocks going in, or like a short-term thing for some event or some new mission. But they should really just start adding clues to a thing that maybe won't be fully revealed for years yet. The narrative team needs to get in here with exactly what this guy is saying. Just a piece of architecture, a strange object. Start building a mystery now. You're building next one. Get something in there. Get something completely weird and unique in there that just doesn't make sense and we can't figure it out. Because it has literally no answer until you bring the next piece of that puzzle into the game. When you make another star system, perhaps. Do it, guys. Do it. Do it. Please. Because I would be there for that. The whole theme of this channel would change. I'd be in there every day testing people's theories from the community and stuff. Be awesome. Cargo elevators need a remote cockpit control. Currently, ships with built-in tractor beams have no advantage to them. Their concept had them sold for having quicker unload capabilities. But at the moment, we need to get outside the ship to press the elevator control, so there is no time advantage compared to unloading with hand tools. In fact, hand tools are often more effective due to free position and better beam performance. Yeah, that is entirely true. Like this example here with the raft. If you're at an outpost wanting material, a medium freight elevator can typically hold 16 SCU containers, while a raft can hold twice that many. Meaning you have to run down, use the elevator, go to the freight elevator, call up the first load, run back up into the ship, move the stuff, run back down, bring up the second load. If you could control all that from your ship or your Mobiglass, that would be almost 1,000,000 times better, according to this calculator I've got here. The P7 SAR weapon concept. Okay. That is a beautiful thing you have created. A beautiful, beautiful thing. Well, hell yes, brother. It bridges the gap between the P4AR and the P8 arm, having close to the power of the P8 but with less recoil, less weight per round and less weight for the gun overall, making it a more manoeuvrable and nimble weapon. It's an absolute beast, dude. I love it. A community contest for NPC audio voice lines. What could go wrong? I think this is a great idea. She's coming right for us. I mean, you can't get copyrighted for using famous lines from movies and stuff, right? Think how funny it would be to just hear NPCs shouting crazy but recognisable things. Like, it's game over, man! It's game over! Here's Johnny! As he lobs a grenade at you. I mean, we've already got the cousin stuff, so may as well throw in, I'm your father. 9 tiles. Assemble. Oh no, wait. Hurston, we have a problem. Sorry, I'll stop. I'm stopping. But yeah, I fully believe the community could do this. Tastefully, possibly. He's over 9,000. One does not simply walk into a 9 tails bunker. You shall not pass. Okay, I'll stop. I know Kung Fu. Get to the clipper. I'm done. And that's all for today. Bit of a short one. Let's do it again sometime. Oh, and check out Star Stories, by the way. That's just stories that people sent in to me from the community. I really like how it turned out. You might as well, for when you're just sitting in your ship, flying around. It might be good for just listening to. Also, if you've got any stories, send them to me. There'll be an email in the description. Thanks for watching. 07 guys.